The first time I held a gun, स्कूल में क्या नकली गन से मैं करता था अभी वो एक्चुअल में पकड़ रहा हूँ तो मुझे बहुत उसका थ्रिल आता है तो I want to do it.
पिछले 2-3 साल में the landscape of films only has changed so much. True. 60 पिक्चरें बन रही हैं in Hindi, you know, which is a very low number. The fact of the matter is whether it's this number or whatever the number is, it's a rather low number. Yeah. And the fact of the matter is इतनी फिल्में नहीं बन रही है. पर हम तो अपना काम कर रहे हैं देखो. अब बाकी ऊपर वाले के हाथ में जो देखो सक्सेस जहाँ लिखी होगी वहाँ लिखी होगी. OTT पे if I am more successful then because this person is a perceived, I don't know, Instagram or popular, जो भी होता है मुझे नहीं पता मतलब you know just because you have X number of followers more doesn't mean that your shows or films will get watched.
मैं इतना नाजुक आदमी हूँ दूसरी एक्शन रिहर्सल पे मेरी उंगली टूट गई.
Hi, this is Bhavna and you're watching India Today. Today I'm joined by the team of Mithya, the darker chapter, with me only on India Today. Firstly, a huge welcome to all of you. How are you?
Very good, thank you.
You're looking all ready for Diwali right now.
I'm ready for Diwali. Yeah.
It's like Diwali party पे जाना है, पहले promotion कर ले फिर चले जाते हैं.
Of course, because दोनों important है.
Absolutely.
Because दिवाली पे हमारा शो भी आ रहा है तो मतलब लक्ष्मी जी हमारे शो को भी bless करेंगी, घर भी आएंगी.
Psychological thriller is such a underrated genre in general, I feel, and it's very difficult to pull off as well as actors because there's not much reference that you can draw, especially if you're playing some like Naveen, for example, like a character like yours. Grayer shade, yes, but certain things that you might not agree with as a human being. As an actor, how do you prep yourself to do that? Like, is it complete submission to the character?
If I like the script, if I find the script engaging, then nothing matters. मेरा ऐसा कुछ है नहीं कि these are the things I'm not going to do. So मैंने पढ़ ली, मुझे वो बहुत engaging लगी है. अब this character is supposed to act like this, he is supposed to behave like this, I'll do that. Okay. So yeah, और actually acting का fun वही तो है. I mean उसमें मजा आता है बहुत. वो जैसे the first time I held a gun, you know, स्कूल में क्या नकली गन से मैं करता था अभी वो एक्चुअल में पकड़ रहा हूँ तो मुझे बहुत उसका थ्रिल आता है तो I want to do it and in real life I'm not going to kill someone.
Absolutely. I mean
I
was just like,
I might get killed, but
no, but Huma, for you, because most of the characters that you have played are always women who are strong, who have a very strong moral ground as well. Is it important for you to play a character when you're even considering a script? Are these some of the things that you look at that, okay, I want a certain, like this character to have agency? Yes, but at the same time, where is that arc eventually ending in the script? Are you also concerned about that?
Of course, like I feel like I like to moral arc तो पता नहीं, like ऐसा नहीं है कि I always have to play characters that are morally upright or correct. I know some of the roles that I have done, I mean, I don't know, I just look very morally upright and correct all the time. So people, I don't know, accept me in those kind of parts, which is a great thing, guys. Keep doing it. But having said that, no, I look for parts in which at least women have agency. You know, that they have a voice, any kind of voice. It doesn't have to be always right. It doesn't have to be always morally correct, but it should just be an opinion, right? Because I feel like not to have any opinion now, that's really problematic. And not to, you know, have any this thing and just to be like a little cupcake. That's not this thing. I mean, you can still look lovely and you can still have agency.
But have an opinion.
And have an opinion and they're not mutually exclusive.
But it's also exciting because this one you get more grey. So, you know, seeing in that...
Because this one is on my case now, so to fight this force of evil, I have to like
push really... comes to shove, basically.
Fight
but where there is darkness, there is light.
I love you, Monica also. You were not morally upright.
That is true.
Yeah.
Not at all.
At all.
In fact, you know, I तो got into this thing with the journalists because they were like, oh, आपने vamp का role play किया. So I said, excuse me, हम लोग सब बैठे हैं यहाँ पे. आपने इसको नहीं बोला, आपने मुझे vamp क्यों बोला? Because I'm like, you have a problem with women.
But that is so true. The reason why I even asked you that is because when a woman chooses to play a slightly grey character,
she gets labeled immediately.
You're always labeling her as a vamp or a villain, but for a
guy, he's just like...
It's mostly like grey
character
है. Antagonist word बहुत ही अच्छे way में use किया जाता है, but for a woman, it's always used in a condescending way.
But for women, labeling is the easiest thing to do.
True.
All the time, for everything.
मैंने कल use किया भी था antagonist. मुझे बोला था किसी ने बोलो.
मैंने सुना ना, इसलिए तो बोला मैंने.
अच्छा मेरे पे ताला कस रहे थे क्या?
yeah.
No, but
Monica, हाँ मुझे मजा तो बहुत आया to answer your.
And you were very good in
Thank
Monica.
you.
I think I
That's
told you
sweet.
also.
You did. Thank you so much. Sorry, मेरे यहाँ पे दर्द हो रही थी, मैं थोड़ा
हाँ,
turn करने में तकलीफ
अच्छा,
हो रही
okay.
है.
I thought you were
So
answering
I'll
first.
look at you like this.
But you know, to add to that, I think most of these labels are Mithyas. Okay.
Hey.
Nice plug. Well done.
Somebody knows the assignment.
she's
सीख
the
रही हम
only
लोग तो
one
अलग दूसरा शो प्रमोट कर रहे हैं, दूसरी पिक्चर वो जी वाली वहाँ बोल रही है, अरे मेरे पैसे पे बाकी स्ट्रीमर्स की बातें कर रहे हो. One person has got the memo.
Yeah, she's just like coming back to Mithya.
मैंने तो कल चैनल ही दूसरा बोल दिया.
चेक तेरा चेक नहीं आएगा. लास्ट चेक नहीं आने वाला.
Yeah, who's talking about some other show?
No, but tell me something. When you have actors like Huma and Naveen who have been really good at what they do, I'm sure the equation has changed with that. You've gotten more comfortable in off screen, not on screen. On screen तो बहुत ही मतलब अलग ही चल रहा है वहाँ पे तो कुछ. But what is that one thing you've learned from Huma and now with Naveen also? Because I feel the kind of projects he does is very different otherwise. Like his body of work is very different. Is there something that you got intrigued with and you were like, I think this is something I really want to adapt and imbibe in my life?
So with Huma, the equation didn't change from actually, I think, day one of Mithya 1. Since then, it's been like this where both of us have this sibling-like nature on and off screen both. On screen, it's not a good one.
Just about to say.
But off screen, it's a great relationship.
Like I don't know if you remember the first time we met. Of course, I knew, like, you know, I mean, she knew I was doing the show. I knew she was doing the show, and we had a reading with season 1 director Rohan in Rohan's office. So I mean, she's always on time. So aisa nahi hota. I think that day I was 5 minutes early. I want to talk to Rohan about something, so I had come 5-10 minutes early, and then she came in like 5 minutes later. And she was like, of course, hi, how are you? And I'm like, oh, so you come late, huh? 50 seniors waiting. And she was like, yeah, so? So that's how we got into it. मतलब मैंने ऐसे बॉल फेंकी और इसे मारा.
And that's the thing, I think she would always keep testing ki how much can I push with her. And I would always come back ready, you know. And I told her, I said, listen, I have an older brother at home. I know how this works.
मतलब ये तो मेरे साथ रोज होता है, मुझे पता है.
No, and I think with Avantika, like, I mean, she is a very hardworking girl and a very conscientious girl. Like, you know, when she's working, she really has like blinders on. So I would just like sometime, and I could see like, see all of us, it happens to all of us, right? Like sometimes when you, like by that you're performing in each and every scene, sometimes by the time your close-up will come, you will just get exhausted. And I could see it, but I didn't want to say it like that.
True.
So I'd just like, I'll trouble her, I'll be like, chalna,
You see that in the middle of interviews also, she'll start
so I'll do all of this, or whatever. So and then she'll get really rattled, but then later, like, I think she appreciated it. In that moment, I think she wanted to punch me, but because...
Not some moment.
Not, but she was like,
I love the honesty here.
Can't do it.
No, so that's the relationship that I shared with her, and that's what I'm saying. From the get-go, both of us have been like that. So it's not like it got better. It was always like this from season 1. And I think with Naveen, he has this really interesting thing that when you're doing a scene with him, obviously there's script and there's all of that, and then there'll be these random improvisations that will just like really bring you in the moment, you know, because you're like, okay, this is what I'm supposed to do. You do that, and you know, you can be probably in your head as an actor a lot. And then he will just let out something that just makes you kind of go like, 1 second, what just happened? But that's so lovely because you get that to play off, you know.
True.
And he's so easy to work with. Like, he's so grounded, so humble. He's clearly such a viral sensation over here.
She knows exactly how. Were you in marketing before this?
That's a Mithya.
इसके reactions बहुत ही unusual आते हैं.
Too good.
अलग ही आते हैं इसके, and you're just like, they just surprise you. Like his response to things are so like unconventional.
In both. On and off screen.
On and off, yeah, both. Even like, I first, of course, noticed it like on screen when we were doing the scene. I was like, oh, interesting, kuch alag, kuch. Like, there's a bit of, what is that? What do you use? What energy? Skittish.
Skittish.
He's got the little...
Yeah.
He's got the little, I don't know, nervous energy, I call it, whatever. Like, he has that, which he is able to translate really well.
Okay, into
in
something
his characters.
unexpected, yeah.
अब मेरे को समझ आया, real life में भी ऐसा ही है.
He's so skittish.
कोई acting
it's
नहीं
really
है.
funny.
ये सत्य है.
But Huma, are you someone who likes, because like she said for Naveen, you can be spontaneous on set only if you have actors who can play with that energy. Like, it's always a give and take, right?
Correct.
It won't make sense if one actor is being spontaneous but the other person is not able to give enough for the actor to receive eventually. Are you someone who also enjoys this process where you know you're ready with everything that is there on script, but also enough scope to allow the other actor and yourself to be spontaneous on
She
set?
does. Like, that is what we have to be able to say, because we work with her, and definitely they are the most interesting things. And I love it. She'll come to me, she'll do something, and then after, sorry. Yeah, like just letting you know.
No, because I have to be in the show, be very like mean to her. You know, and of course, in the moment, अगर मुझे बोला जाए कि कुछ करो, तो of course I'll hit her, I'll throw her, I'll do whatever it takes. Like, but of course I also like her, right? And then I'm like, are you okay? Like, I'm sorry. Like, are you fine? This happened with me recently as well. With like a little child, I was doing something. I had to be really rough with that child, and like. And in the moment you do it, and then you feel so bad because I'm just like, I'm not this person. Listen, I'm really sorry. So I think that kind of happened. But no, it's fun. Like with actors like these, like both of them, they're so like amazing and fun and easy to work with. Like sometimes actors can get like, nahi, main yahi bolungi ya waise nahi bolungi.
Yeah.
You get really
That's why I was coming to that. Like
You're very stuck, and it's very boring to work with people like that.
Yeah.
Because then you're just like, listen, you're not playing off each other.
Yeah.
You're not performing for the scene, you're just performing to show how great of an actor you are.
Yeah.
And honestly, that's of benefit to nobody. Because the scene has to work. And sometimes it'll happen that it'll be his scene and I have to just watch.
Yeah.
And it'll be her scene, you know, and she'll have to watch me. So it's always that, right? It's not every scene, it'll be about you.
True.
Yeah.
But I think that is also something not many actors also understand. I mean, especially when you have attained a level of stardom, I think that becomes very difficult because we have also heard of instances where actors don't do that. Have you ever?
Male stars में ज़्यादा problem होती है. Not you, but you know what I'm talking about, right?
I can understand what you're
I'm like, it's all about me. मैं ही सब कुछ कर रहा हूँ. तुम लोग हाँ, तुम भी रहना.
Hero. Coming back to the previous question, I want to know, do you also gauge a set when you are there that, okay, here I can be spontaneous?
Of course, yeah. I think our energy, you know, कोई माने ना माने was dependent on Huma's energy. Because she was so chilled out. अगर Huma बहुत, you know, I'm talking about my scenes with Huma.
Yeah.
अगर वो बहुत ही ज़्यादा serious होती हैं और थोड़ी intimidating होती हैं, तो आप भी फिर, you know, आप भी, you would have stuck to your lines.
True.
You would not, because you know you don't really know if the other actor is going to take it in a good way. So I think that if you're allowed to do that, then एक तो swing भी better होता है, and you also enjoy, you know, performing it.
So you're saying you're not intimidated by me?
During the shoot, I was not.
That's a good sign of a set.
Not really. Because यहाँ पे
That's a good sign of a
यहाँ पे मुझे
set.
सत्य बोलना है ना, तो मैं फंस जाता हूँ.
No, but Huma,
Not the lines
I think this is a great phase for you that is going on, because I feel like the characters that you're playing, people are remembering you as an actor for the performances that you're delivering.
Right.
But I also have I don't
Complaint?
know, I mean, no, not a complaint per se, but I feel that a lot of recognition that you've got is from the streaming, the shows that you've done on streaming. Everyone always knows that you are a great actor.
Sure.
But I feel in films, except for like a few films, people don't remember the characters as much as they do for whatever you've done on streaming platforms. I feel that gave you more acceptance.
So you're saying Mohsina in a gang?
नहीं, वो तो मतलब हमेशा ही रहेगा. No, that is iconic, Huma.
Sorry, I'm just being cheap.
No, that is
Cheap
iconic.
thrills, yeah.
But I'm saying,
No,
with
I know what you
streaming,
mean.
I feel like
Yeah.
you've gotten more acceptance.
Perhaps.
Do you sometimes feel that filmmakers have been unable to tap on to that potential as much as streaming platforms have?
Okay, so I don't entirely disagree with you. And to answer that, देखो दो तीन चीजें. एक तो ये कि पिछले 2-3 साल में the landscape of films only has changed so much.
True.
You know, somebody was telling me the other day कि इस वक्त जो भी आज तारीख है 60 पिक्चरें बन रही हैं in Hindi, you know, which is a very low number.
Yeah.
You know, so a lot of films are not getting greenlit.
Yeah.
A lot of films are not getting made. There's a bit of a
या फिर बन चुकी है, release नहीं हो
हाँ,
रही.
मतलब थोड़ा एक situation थोड़ा चल रहा है.
उसमें से 3 तो मेरी. Sorry.
Okay.
I kid you not, the moment you said that, he came
I
like
know,
this
I
and
saw
he's
that.
rethinking his whole career in front of him,
Yeah.
flashing
I saw that. I tried to just ignore it because
he's like मैं यहाँ क्या कर रहा हूँ 60 फिल्में बस like
I mean, someone said I'm not. I mean, I don't know if it's true or not, but that's what somebody
makes
said.
sense, yeah.
And but the fact of the matter is, whether it's this number or whatever the number is, it's a rather low number.
Yeah.
And the fact of the matter is, itni filmein nahi ban rahi hai. And of course, streaming has really sort of catapulted.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are approaching with some very interesting parts.
Yeah.
तो अब या तो मैं बोलूँ कि नहीं, I'm going to wait. ये पिक्चर जब फिल्म में ही बनाओगे तो मैं करूंगी.
Correct.
और मैं स्ट्रीमिंग एक्सप्लोर नहीं करूंगी तो वो बहुत ही ज्यादा स्टुपिडिटी होगी.
True.
And the kind of success I have seen on streaming is actually unprecedented. I don't think any other actors got that, because whatever I've done has had a season 2 or has been successful, has been number 1 on that platform or whatever. I don't know what the reason is. I just want to say thank you to all the audiences and the fans, that it's because it means me getting more opportunities, to showcase my talent. Do I crave for box office success? 100%.
Yeah.
Did I grow up and come to Bombay to be like a Hindi film actress, who does like mainstream stuff on the big screen? 100%. And it will happen, and I'm doing those films. Hindi film directors have not been able to tap into me or whatever, perhaps. Because maybe a lot of them still have a very old structure of what a heroine may or may not do.
I was actually going to ask
that, but uspe main kuch nahi kar sakti.
True.
I can only show you what I can do, and if you're not making use of that, then I think it's your loss.
True.
Because clearly there's an audience for this.
Absolutely.
Clearly people are watching it. So if you're not able to monetize this, I don't know. So maybe I have to meet the right people, jam with them, find that creative collaboration partnership. Whenever that happens, it happens. But till then, I'm very happy doing my stuff, and I'm very happy doing my kind of shows and my kind of films, and entertaining my audiences.
And I'm so glad you're taking all these risks also. I mean, conventionally it will be called risks, the kind of different characters that you have played. Because, I mean, who would, for a person who doesn't know you and has not seen the entire body of work and has only seen your other project where you're playing a politician and then
unpad politician.
मतलब
और यहाँ पे हिंदी professor.
So I'm just like, the contrast, they would just be like, is she the same person? Because it's so starkly different from each other.
But that's the beauty of an actor, right?
True.
Is to be able
that's
to do
why
that.
I feel she's underrated in films. Let me be specific. And I do agree, there are some characters which are iconic, but I feel like there's still more that you can do.
No, but honestly, the films that I am doing now, at least hopefully now, fingers crossed, and I'll have a few of them lined up. The biggies with the usual big ones, as they call, or my small ones and the middle of the road ones. Now, of course, it's a function of how well those films are made and how well they do and all of that.
True.
But हम तो अपना काम कर रहे हैं, देखो अब बाकी ऊपर वाले के हाथ में. जो देखो सक्सेस जहाँ लिखी होगी वहाँ लिखी होगी. I feel like also thinking about it कि वो नहीं मिला. But जो मिल रहा है उसको तो appreciate करो. Today, whether I go to Dubai or Singapore or whatever, people are watching a Mithya, people are watching a Maharani, people are watching a Monica or my darling. And they really like, recognizing me, supporting me, appreciating me.
Your body of work is something that all of us as actors would strive for. Like
very selective.
What is happening, guys? Stop it. I'm feeling so bad.
It's been fewer.
My parents loved you in Tarla.
Yeah, thank you, guys.
But all your movies and your these things, because you've done such a wide range of things. I think even in your movies, you actually, the kind of range you had in your movies, most people don't have that.
Yeah, they don't have that.
Don't have that kind of.
That's what I mean.
Sorry, I'm sounding pompous, guys. Stop it.
No, but they don't. I mean, own it, obviously.
But
I don't need to tell you to own it.
No, but thank you so much. I love you guys for doing this, all of you. But I feel like मुझसे my PR is yeah, मुझसे PR नहीं होता. मतलब I feel like
इसलिए she gets people like us to work.
Yeah.
But I think इस panel पे जितने भी लोग बैठे हैं, I mean, I've not seen anyone go aggressive with PR, and we deal with PRs every day, so I think I am in a position to say and attest that.
हाँ यार काम करो ना, PR तो हो जाएगा. मतलब really काम करो. काम is more important. Sorry, हाँ मतलब I'll appreciate you guys and you bring a lot of value to my life. But I feel of course it's important.
True.
But it should always come after the work. It should not be कि मतलब हवा बहुत है और material कुछ नहीं है, और ऐसा होता है मतलब So
pardon my language, but how much are you gonna sell the shit? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you have to have something in order for them to be able to do their job.
Yeah. True. But do you think that has also limited the scope for you in ways, because I'm sure 10 scripts come to you and then 5, maybe 7.
10 scripts come to him
I'll-
also.
12, 20
Yeah,
comes to him.
to both of you actually. I'm asking this because I feel like Avantika is still getting used to this entire the
landscape.
industry in that way. You've been around for a longer period and you've seen the industry change, especially in the last 5 years, particularly. I feel. Do you think when you're cliche as it may sound, but when you're choosy about what you want to do, that also means you say no, more no's than yes. That also means that you're upsetting a lot of people when you say no.
But I feel if you're honest about it, then it's really okay. Like, I'll give you an example without taking any names. I was offered a film. Okay, there were 2 girl film, and I didn't do the film. Okay, and the reason for that was they wanted to cast the other girl. They wanted to cast to my mind, and again, like is a popular face.
Okay.
Okay, but I was like, but I've done more work, and I feel like if I'm going to do this film, I told them also, if you want to make a 2-girl film, I'm interested. But if you want to make a film in which I'm playing an important character, where it's the other person's film, then I don't think right now at the stage I'm in my career, I want to do something like that. And they were like, no, it's a 2-girl film. And I was like, then I think because I'm senior, I should get top billing and I should get paid more than her. And they said, nahi, magar aise kaise? Maine kaha, then I don't think
This will
work out. So thank you very much and thank you for offering it to me, but I don't think I'd like to do this film. So I think I'm pretty honest about it. These things, and I think if you say it respectfully, and I don't come with I don't know, arrogance or aggression, but I'm just, mujhe lagta hai ki also because it was also an OTT film. So I'm just like, but OTT pe, if I am more successful, then because this person is a perceived, I don't know, Instagram or popular, जो भी होता है मुझे नहीं पता मतलब just because you have X number of followers more doesn't mean
that become a huge thing these days.
Doesn't mean that your shows or films will get watched. It has no correlation to that, and
it's not a social media contest.
But I'm telling you, just because somebody is putting out like hot pictures, they're perceived to be the new whatever, and I'm saying like, but I mean that's not the game I'm in. That I don't want to play that game.
True. No, absolutely. But Naveen, has things changed for you? Because you've been around and you have always been selective, but there's a perception about you, for sure, where people, when they meet you, there's this brooding look that's surely there. Has it ever worked against you though? Because, sometimes people, when you say no to a certain project, because you don't think that you have a good enough role to play in that. And when you convey it to the other person, it might be considered as something not acceptable to them. Has it ever happened?
It might have, it's...
But you're not aware?
No, see, initially, I used to hear these stories कि पता नहीं समझता क्या अपने आप को. I've heard these things.
I was going to say कि लोग ये बोलते हैं काफी कि क्या समझते हैं.
हाँ, I've heard these things, but I think I'm a very simple, humble person. But I pick things that I know I'm going to enjoy.
Sure.
So if I don't like something, I don't do it. It's very simple, and it has nothing to do with person who's making it. मैं बहुत बड़े लोगों का fan हूँ. But अगर if I have to act in a film or a show, then I have to like the part.
True.
So I have said no only if I have not liked the part. I have not said no to big people for the script, to be very honest.
Got it.
So हाँ, और वो कोई दिग्गज बुरा नहीं मानते हैं. वो जो बीच के
yeah, it's usually
it's they get offended.
Yeah, because I think
चाय से ज़्यादा केतली गरम.
हाँ, so they get offended.
कहावत है.
We also use that,
तो अभी
चाय से ज़्यादा केतली गरम.
और कौन कई बार कुछ ना करके भी people get offended. So these things are not in your hands. So I don't know.
But to say no, I'm sorry. Like, how can you be offended? I'm not getting offended. You're not casting me for something. No?
Yeah.
What is
I know you.
I also don't know.
Yeah, I know you. I meet you. I hang with you. But you're still not casting me. I'm still choosing to be cordial and civil.
Yeah.
But the one time you come to me with an offer, which I don't think I like to do, how can you be offended about that?
Yeah.
Like,
but that
I
level of
understand I'm an
emotional
actor
maturity
and,
not everyone has, to be very honest. That emotional maturity.
Also, it's professional decisions, right? Like, why is it hurting your ego and your personal aspects of things? I mean, that you should be able to draw that line. Saying that, Huma is a producer. If she does not cast me, I will be very, very hurt.
but you're asking if producers, they hang with you, they know you, they don't cast you. Yeah, I don't know what it is about these producers.
That's a
Don't get offended.
Okay, I don't have time. So I want to end with the last question to Huma now, because you will also recently, एक साल हो गया है, I think more than that, but you had written a book which was published. what intrigued me was the theme of it, because I feel that हम बोलते हैं ना कि हम usually, especially writers who are gifted like you put down words of things that you want, you desire, but हो नहीं रहा है, तो आप सोचते हो कि हम ही लिख लेते हैं उस चीज़ को. I think that, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like that the book Zeba is also kind of that to you. Do you also see the landscape in that sense changing within the industry, where you can now have superhero films with women leading in the
Of course, and 100%.
Because I think for the longest time budgets को बहुत बोलते थे कि budget नहीं है,
budget की तो बात ही मत करो. It's like, it's crazy. कल ही हम ये बात कर रहे थे ना कि I was like, you know, if I am to do a film which is an action film, of course I'll get to do it, but if I will not get the same budget as a male star of the same level. I'm not saying a bigger star, whatever. Of course, it's all depend on what you draw at the box office. But even then, and sometimes these decisions are solely based on people who are decision makers, and they come with their own sets of stereotypes and prejudices कि यार ये चलती नहीं है. तो अगर same level का star होगा लड़का लड़की, तो लड़के को budget ज़्यादा मिलेगा, only because.
Yeah, true.
But we don't have. I feel like, I mean, I would love to see more and also be a part of more action films.
100%.
And, you know,
Yeah.
like I feel like we have not really explored that for women a lot.
Yeah.
And I would
मैं तो
love
कर रही
to
हूँ
see
अपने
it.
एक दो पिक्चर में एक्शन कर रही हूँ. I'm very
क्या
excited.
बात है.
I love doing action. I feel
Yeah.
like action is something that.
It's so fun.
It's so
Yeah,
fun.
it's invigorating.
गाने और एक्शन जिस दिन शूटिंग होती है बहुत मजा आता है. It's like such a great माहौल. Everyone's like charged. Like,
Yeah, true.
songs also like this, just like it doesn't.
And it's a
brings
break
celebration.
from I think
Yeah.
the everyday.
Even
Yeah.
you just had a little bit of
हाँ, मैंने बताया ना, मैं भी, I'm
Ah,
also-
you were doing correct.
Just
I'm
this
also
new
doing
bit.
action in
Ah.
my next show.
Yeah.
Which is what you kept this look for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
और
It's a
मैं-
secret project. He can't talk about it.
और मैं इतना नाजुक आदमी हूँ, दूसरी एक्शन रिहर्सल पे क्या मेरी उंगली टूट गई. वो सिर्फ
This
बंदे
is what we mean.
सिर्फ बंदे को पकड़ने में.
हम तेरी तारीफ
यार,
कर रहे
तारीफ
हैं
कर
कि
रहे हैं.
देखो हमारा दोस्त
Yeah.
एक्शन पिक्चर कर रहा है, एक्शन हीरो बनने वाला है.
Yes,
ओ
see,
मेरी उंगली टूट गई.
Why do you think she
और
said
मैं
it's a
बहुत
secret?
नाजुक हो के
Why
लेकिन-
do you think she said it's a secret? He can't talk about
Yeah.
it just to be like, don't say
Meaning
anything.
नाम आप स्टोरी
No,
वोरी सब बता
see,
देगा.
I'll tell you, I was very.
Don't say, don't
I
say,
was very
don't
हैरान.
say, I'll tell
जो
you,
scene
don't
है,
tell.
मैं बताया ना 6.5 फुट के आदमी की मैं तो मुझे I was finding it too funny यार, because in real you can't do that.
Yeah.
फिर मैंने कहा अरे
So were your legs
मैंने कहा
dangling?
शाहरुख आमिर 90s में कब से कर रहे हैं, इतना लोगों को बड़े-बड़े लोगों को पीट रहे हैं, तो अपन भी कर लेंगे फिर से.
कर लिया अपन ने भी.
अपन भी कर लेंगे फिर क्या है ये, मगर उंगली टूट गई, उंगली टूट गई.
और आवाज ऐसी ही निकली थी मेरी.
No, but I think I'm really looking forward to the second season of Mithya, and I hope that there is more. I'm hoping there is more.
Let's hope.
Let's hope so. Let's hope so. Yeah.
First, you have on 1st November to enjoy this.
Absolutely. So I'm really looking forward to it, and all the very best. I hope, and I'm looking forward to much more exciting projects from all of you, because I know everyone on this panel is extremely talented and deserves the world.
Thank you
Thank you
so
so
much.
much.
Thank you.
Thank
That's
you.
pretty sweet.
Thank you.